Now, with the next intake of plodder PB coming up in just a couple of weeks, I thought it would be a really good idea to make a video on basically the gist of how to get faster. Now, as I've said in many other videos, particularly on Instagram, there are many different types of PBs other than just getting faster. These can be things like running a further distance, running up a hill non-stop, or even doing a particular distance without taking any walk breaks. These are all different types of personal bests, and some of which Strava don't seem to recognise. But the point of this video is to give you all of the tools and strategies that you need to put in place for you to get a speed-based personal best. So what I'm talking about here with speed-based personal bests, you doing a faster 5k or a faster 10k, or really a insert distance here type of personal best. Now, before we get stuck into the video, you'll notice this isn't exactly my usual type of video. This is me walking to work, whipping the camera out and talking about something that I want to talk about. While I like setting up and doing a more professional type of YouTube video, 9 times out of 10, I don't really have the time to get everything set up. But one thing that I do have the time to do is walk to work, which is something that I do fairly often. So whipping up the camera, walking the bike in, is just how it's going to have to be for this video. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to give you 3 major tips, or rather 3 considerations and things that you need to put in place for you to get your next personal best. And it's not going to be specific interval targets, it's not going to be specific workouts. These are going to be more of kind of frameworks and things you want to have in place before you kind of set up a plan to go out and get your personal best, essentially. If you wanted a specific program, I would at least consider joining plodder PB. And if that is you're chasing your next personal best, you don't exactly know where to go, but apps like Runner have done you dirty and left you more confused than when you started. Maybe you want to find out all the details of plodder PB before you commit. And in which case, the best thing that you can do is sign up to the priority list. The link is in the description below. Anyway, ramble over. Tip number 1 is actually pretty much based along that sort of lines, and it's have a program, have a plan. There's one thing having a goal and having something in your mind, like a faster 5k, let's say. But there's another thing to actually go out there, map out everything you're going to do for the next 8 weeks to try and achieve that, and having something to actually follow so that you can actually go out and achieve these things. See, because what people really need, and the reasons why they sign up to certain programs like plodder PB or even signing up to Runner, people need a fixed routine. People need something to follow, because otherwise really you're just playing a guessing game and trying to do things and hope that they stick and work. When in reality, having something that's structured and has been proven to get results in the past, like plodder PB, all it really does is take out the guesswork and gives you a structure for you to actually follow week by week. The second tip is to have a community, or at least try to find one. Now, there's all well and good signing up to my run club, again, links in the description if you want to sign up there, but having a group of people around that are just like you, it really is a superpower. A place where there's no judgment for what pace you run at, a place that's warm, welcoming, and ultimately serves as a place full of real people that really are going to help you navigate the shit bit. Look, following a program, even if you've got one that's well structured, is really difficult to implement on your daily sort of routines. So having a group of people are going to be around and hold you accountable for when things get tough. Communities like my run club, or the small WhatsApp group that we have for plodder PB, it's not just filled with randomers. It almost ends up feeling like a group of mates that are all trying to achieve a personal best at the same time as you. Now, the third and final point really is a shameless plug for myself, but it's to get yourself a bloody coach. Now, really, it doesn't have to be me. Ultimately, it has to be someone that kind of knows what they're doing and has the information to get you from where you are now all the way up to your next personal best. It needs to be more than someone that's just your mate. It needs to be more than someone from any kind of community that you joined as well. Because ultimately, it needs to be someone that's going to give you not just the information that you need to get your next personal best, but also someone to give you those hard conversations and ultimately keep you accountable and get you doing the things that you need to be doing. It's someone that will problem solve with you, and it's someone that can look through your Strava and make decisions on what you should do next. It's someone outside of your box to take the confusion and the frustration away from trying to achieve your next personal best. Look, a coach isn't someone that can just write programs for you. It's someone to keep you accountable. It's someone to pick you up, dust you off, help you realise the achievements that you're making on a week-to-week basis, help you through the struggles. Coaches are what got me to where I am now with my running, and it's something that you can use as well, whether it's plodder PB, hiring me as your one-to-one coach, or finding someone else that kind of ticks all those boxes as well. Anyway, if you're here this long, jump on the priority list for plodder PB. It's just a place where I'm going to feed you information about the program, tell you what it's all about, and the doors open on the 29th of September. So if you're watching this video after that point, you've missed out. Okay, so quick update. Been to the gym, seen a couple of clients, and even did an interval session myself. Now, as a thank you for watching this video for this long, although I said I wouldn't make this about the kind of specifics of how to train for your next personal best, I will actually divulge what I did for my interval session just then, and maybe you can apply that to your next running workout in the hope that it might make you a bit faster. I will put the intervals there on the screen, but it's important for you to understand my goal so that you can kind of put these into context. My goal is to get a faster 10k. Right now, I'm not actually doing too much. The goal is pretty much just to cruise myself into the next intake of plodder PB, of which I'll be participating with the next 20 plodders that do it with me. Keep this nice and simple. We've got a 5-minute jog to warm up, and then it's just 3 rounds of the following 4 minutes at a pacey pace. You don't have to push it too much, especially if you're new to intervals. And then you drop down and either do 2 minutes of walking, or you can do 2 minutes of a jog. Kind of depends on where you're at with your own running journey. But that's what I did today. Plug and play that into your next running routine. But look, thanks very much for watching this long. This isn't the most primed video that you've seen of mine. I normally have a better camera. I normally don't have lighting problems. It's a whole thing. But if it means I can produce YouTube videos a little bit more frequently, this is what you'll be getting for the time being. If it's helped, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and then why don't you drop me a comment below and let me know what your next personal best you're chasing is. Until next time.